Well, let's continue our math tutorial on solving equations. An equation is a mathematical statement that indicates two quantities are identical or two sides of equation are balanced. And solving equation is the process of solving a variable in an equation to make the equation stay true or balanced. For example, 2 plus x equals 6. When we are finding out what the value of x is, we are solving equation. To solve an equation, our goal is to have the unknown value x isolated on one side of the equation, and then we found the solution. Then how do we do that? We use inverse operations. And when we do that, make sure all operations will be done on both sides of the equation to make sure that the equation will stay true and balanced. Let's take a look at some examples here. When x has a value added to it, and we know that addition and subtraction, they are inverse operations. So to cancel out or to undo these addition, we can subtract the same quantity. Okay, so what we are going to do here is we will just, since we are isolating x, so we will subtract 2 on both sides. The reason I put add 2 here because any number without a sign, that's a positive number. And now we can get 0 plus x equals 4. That is x equals 4. Okay. So another example is that x has a value subtracted from it. X subtract 2 equals 3. So in this case, again, addition and subtraction, they are inverse relationships. So to cancel out the subtraction, we can add back to the value to make sure to do it on both sides. So I'm just going to add 2 on both sides. This will give me x plus 0 equals to 5. That is x equals to 5. Okay. Let's take a look at multiplication and division. So when x is multiplied by a value, for example, x times 3 equals to 15. And now what are we going to do? Similarly, use inverse operation. Multiplication and division, they are inverse operation. Okay, so when we multiply, x is multiplied by 3, we can divide by 3 on both sides. I'm just going to use the division sign, fraction division sign, divided by 3. And this way, these 3 will cancel out. Then it will only left with x times 1, which is x, right? I'm just going to write out 15 divided by 3 is 5, which is x equals to 5. When x is divided by a value, similarly, now instead of, since it's dividing by 2, and then we need to cancel out the 2 that is being divided, the 2 on the bottom. So we can multiply 2 on both sides to cancel out. So I'm just going to write on the original equation here. So multiply 2, that is on the top, 2, and this way the 2 will cancel out. X will be equal to 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, I hope that you get the idea of solving equation. These are simple and there are more complicated equations, but the same rule will apply.